Tonight you've been amazed at some of the work the students of Cerritos High School have developed as part of the C-High TV. Now let's take a look at the work of Tetzlaff Middle School, who have their own TV program broadcasting right here on campus. It's called Live in 5. Under the leadership of teacher Greg Porter, broadcast students receive real-world experience in all aspects of the new broadcast experience, which culminates at the end of the year with the school's Red Carpet Media Festival, where teacher Greg Porter recognizes the most outstanding works from the students from throughout the school year. It's the Academy Awards of student-produced media projects. Here tonight to highlight this wonderful project is broadcast media teacher and producer of this show, The Unite Show, Mr. Greg Porter. Now, you're normally back there pulling all the strings, making me look much better than I really am.
You always look good, Jim.
Well, thank you very much, Greg. But in all seriousness, you're here to talk about the program at Tetzlaff, and especially the Red Carpet Media Festival.
Right. The Red Carpet Media Festival is a chance to celebrate students' work, and not just to give them an audience for the school, which is about 600 on our daily broadcast, but to give them a professional audience as well as a larger community audience.
Wow. Now, how many years has this been going on?
We are in our second year this year, so we just started it last year.
And how did how did the inaugural year go for you?
Oh, it was actually a wonderful success. We had a good turnout. We had vendors. We had dinner. We had raffle prizes. We had a whole talent show right before to launch off the activities.
Wow.
And then we had Stan Chambers from KTLA.
Wow.
Who came out. He judged the video portion, and he was our guest speaker, and it was a hit.
Now, maybe you can kind of run through, is the model for this year going to be similar to last year?
Yes, it's going to be very similar. The categories have changed a little bit, and it will have a different venue as far as here on campus. We'll have it in the auditorium versus outside. So we've made a few changes, big changes for a large part. You know, you learn from the first year.
Sure.
Of course, it's going to be bigger and better this year.
Now, maybe kind of walk us through what someone could expect to experience if they were to come, and I'm sure many people would be interested in this. So, kind of maybe run down what the evening would be like.
Well, we start off with, like I said, the vendors. We have last year we had Frantones. This year we'll have we're hoping to have them again. Dippin' Dots. Homemade tamales. I mean, it's all in the works. So they come, they get to eat and share and look at the students' work, and then we follow that up with the talent portion of it. We have some wonderfully talented students, and we involve students that have not entered projects into the video competition or the writing competition. So they get to take part as well, and people get to see the overall talent of Tetzlaff, not just the video. And last year was newspaper, this year will be web design competitions, and then there's categories for each one. For example, in the video category, you have your best news story, best feature story, best commercial, public service announcement, etc. And then we have a web page this year, which has been introduced, as well as best yearbook page and best photograph. And these can be entered by any student on the Tetzlaff campus. So it doesn't matter what grade they are or what program they're in. Anybody can enter.
It allows kind of an inclusion for anyone who might have talents, but they just aren't necessarily in the video program, but they're doing things on their own.
It's a way to be all-inclusive.
Excellent. And are most of these presentations in the auditorium kind of up on the big screen, so everyone is watching as a single audience, or do you kind of have different viewing areas?
Well, actually, we have the different viewing areas at the beginning when people are eating and they want to look at the different projects. Now, we do show the winners. So the winners, we show those projects, those videos right there on the screen, and the different prizes or the different websites or whatnot that have been won.
Sure.
Those are shown right there for the winners. And we have, last year we had 30 winners, 30 first place winners, because we have teams of 4 or 5 that enter a video.
Okay.
So we had 30 winners last year, and they all went to Hollywood. That was their big reward.
Oh, that's great.
And we had some generous sponsors like KTLA and UCLA Film and Archives. We had Panavision, Nickelodeon.
Ooh, those are really some big industry names.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's nothing to snub your nose at.
Our students were divided up, and they got to tour these facilities and have kind of a one-on-one, if you will, with the people that run the establishment. So we were very privileged to have that, and we're looking at an even bigger reward this year that's right now in the works.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. I'm sure for many of the students who have talents, that's a big motivator for them. They can kind of see things that they're passionate about and good at, like they can see where this could become you know, a dream come true in certain, you know, that's not just something they're doing now. This is something that could really turn into, you know, a lifetime career or something. So
absolutely, and that's what it's all about. It's about, you know, like I said, providing a larger audience for their work. So students are recognized on a large scale and their work becomes more valued.
That's great. And I think you had some video or some footage that we were going to be able to look at.
Yes, we have the package report from last year, actually.
Well, let's take a look.
Let's do. Tetzlaff's first annual Red Carpet Media Festival to celebrate students' achievements in the media arts was a big hit. Stan Chambers of KTLA Channel 5 not only judged all the video entries for the competition, but made an appearance as well to announce the winners.
I might say anyone interested in television, it's a great field. But it's more fun, and you know, you have your problems every day. You go on a story, you battle your problems, you write your script, you put it on the air, and then it's over. And tomorrow you do it all over again. I must say how impressed I have been spending a lot of time screening all of these videos that were shot right here on campus. Greg has just done a magnificent job. And imagine to have that type of training when you're in what grade? 8th grade? 7th grade. I tell you, the quality is really something.
Editors Russ Stanton and Jennifer Stanton of the LA Times judged the newspaper and yearbook entries. Visitors were welcomed by the award-winning Tetzlaff Jazz Band as they made their way up the red carpet, Walk of Fame donned with stars of every student who entered the competition. Vendors were on site to feed the crowds as Tetzlaff talent entertained them. The presentation was opened with a beautiful rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by Elishaba Tate Pulliam.
The land of the free and the home of the brave.
Following her were Paul Lee and Irvin Buena Obra with their Back to the 80s dance. And the Village Girls performed a stunning Chinese cultural dance. The Tetzlaff Color Guard provided the encore, revving up the crowd for the awards ceremony.
What a guy, so delicious.
29 students received first place medals for outstanding achievements in video production, newspaper publication, and yearbook publication categories. The festival was sponsored by people and businesses from all over the community, and Tetzlaff is very grateful to them for their generous support. The Red Carpet Media Festival winners are going to Hollywood to tour the KTLA studios, Nickelodeon studios, Panavision, and the UCLA Film and Archives Laboratory. Following, they will tour the highlights of Tinseltown. It was a festive event that provided students with a large community audience as well as a professional one to embrace their work, celebrate it, and encourage them to pursue careers in the media arts.
So when could we look forward to seeing the festival this year?
May 30th.
May 30th, 2008. Mark your calendars, folks. That'll be a very important date. But I'm sorry I have to leave you, Greg. I have
quite
a.
okay. I got to get back in the back
I
and
know.
edit the show.
And I've got to get my violin because I have a little song to play with Andrea. So we'll be back in 14 seconds.